Nothing looks different from the outside. Same job, same apartment, same routine, same prayers you've been praying for longer than you'd like to admit. But something inside you has shifted, and you can't quite explain it. The things that used to fulfill you don't anymore. A restlessness has moved in. You feel like you're supposed to be somewhere else, becoming someone you haven't become yet. Most people call this a phase, a midlife crisis, ingratitude. But what if it's not random? What if this inner shift is exactly how God works, the earliest evidence that He's moving you into something new? In Scripture, God almost never starts with the outside. He starts on the inside. Before Abraham left, there was an inner stirring before a single bag was packed. Before Esther walked into the king's court, there were 3 days of fasting and prayer. Before Paul launched his ministry, there were 3 silent days of blindness in Damascus. The shift always begins on the inside. So if you feel something changing internally while your circumstances haven't caught up, that gap isn't confusion. It might be the most significant space you've ever stood in. Here are 5 signs. Number 1. The things that used to fill you have stopped working. Nothing broke, they just stopped being enough. The job feels hollow, the friendships feel incomplete. Peter, Andrew, James, and John were successful fishermen with a life that made sense until Jesus said, "Follow me," and they left it all. When God is preparing to move you, He often first makes the old thing insufficient. Not wrong, just no longer enough. It's an act of grace. If the old thing still satisfied you, you'd never leave it. Number 2. Desires you can't explain start showing up. A topic you never cared about now holds your attention. A direction you never considered keeps surfacing. Nehemiah was a comfortable cupbearer to the king until he heard about Jerusalem's broken walls, a problem that wasn't even his. It became his consuming passion, and it turned out to be exactly what he was made for. Psalm 37 verse 4 says God gives you the desires of your heart because He's often the one who placed them there. The desire is a clue to the calling. Number 3. Familiar scripture suddenly hits differently. A passage you've read dozens of times lands like never before. In Greek, there's logos, the fixed written word, and rhema, the word God speaks into a specific moment for you. When that happens, God is building your inner framework before the circumstances even arrive. If the same verse keeps finding you, that's not coincidence, that's preparation. Number 4. Your prayer life shifts without you planning it. Maybe it deepens. Maybe old concerns feel resolved, while new ones you can't fully name start to surface. Or maybe prayer goes quiet, not cold, but like waiting. When Israel camped in the wilderness, the silence wasn't abandonment. God was about to speak through a different signal, and they had to be still enough to notice. When God transitions you, He often changes how He speaks to you first. Number 5. Your relationships shift in ways you can't control. Some people drift for no clear reason, others appear out of nowhere. David hid in caves with 400 men described as distressed and discontented, and they became the foundation of his kingdom. God repositions your circle before He repositions your season, because the next chapter needs a different community than the one you're leaving. Grieve what drifts, but don't chase what God is releasing. Now, a caution. Not every restlessness is from God. The real test is this: does what's stirring in you turn you toward others, or only toward yourself? Every season shift in the Bible, Joseph, Esther, Nehemiah, Paul, served a purpose bigger than the person going through it. And the timing isn't yours to control. Abraham waited years after the stirring began. The gap between the signal and the change is where the real formation happens. So while you wait, name what you're sensing and be honest with God about it. Tend to what's in front of you. Elisha was plowing his field, faithful with what he had, when the mantle came. And stay close to the voice. More prayer, more of the word, less speculation. Genesis says the Spirit hovered over the formless deep before there was light, before there was anything visible at all. That's who God is. He prepares before anything appears. The nothing you're sitting in right now might not be nothing. It might be the hovering, already preparing what hasn't been spoken into existence yet. Your new season is already being prepared. You can't see it yet, but something in you already knows it's coming.